game, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time for some more first class escape with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So last time we got into this game and we actually got through like the first 3 chapters. It's been entertaining. There's kind of a story, kind of not. I'm not entirely sure what to make of it all. But we got to the point where we were faced with several machines that we need to figure out what to do with. We are currently on a train owned by Lord M.K., who likes to have puzzles and stuff like that for his travelers and stuff and everything, and that's what we're trying to solve. So with that said, let's go and jump right into the game, shall we? All right, so yeah, we've got all kinds of machines. We have things like this one, which is Lord MK brought out some weird mechanical devices a few days ago and told us that we would have some sort of reward if we solved them. Be perfectly honest, I've never been particularly smart, and trying to figure out those machines definitely did not make me feel any smarter. I think I somehow managed to become more confused than I was at the beginning. Now, there is a door here that is staff only, but I noticed as I was walking around getting ready to take the pictures, there's a key to the challenge room, which the infernal machine. All right, most devices in the R009321X series have various design flaws that prevent them from working as intended. Firstly, all of them use some relatively fragile parts that are prone to breaking and need to be regularly replaced. Secondly, all of the devices are also quite vulnerable to getting stuck and need to be regularly maintained to avoid it. Thirdly, for all the devices, the code that must be entered to open the side door must be hard-coded into the device and cannot be changed later. In addition to the design flaws, I wish to also note that most of the engineers who we employed to develop these calculators had quite a lot of difficulty getting the machines to work in the first place. Evidently, although many of the functions the machine perform are easy to get working in isolation, it is seemingly much more difficult to make sure all of them work together as intended. I should note here that many of the engineers complained that the specifications we gave for the devices were nonsensical. Personally, I think we just need to hire better engineers in the future. Well, that's a bit snobby. Okay, so there's codes for the particular types of machines. All right, so let's take a look here. So you do have a lever on the side. All right. All right, let's take a look at your front here. You have a slider there, a push button there. So you are not an 06. You're not a 2. And I would say you are not a 7 either, because that button is lower. So 5 buttons, a slider, a switch there. Almost right, so it's not an 08, but it's closer to an 8 than a 7. So it might be like a 9 or a 10. Okay, so... All right. I think I get what we're looking for here, so let's try a 305 9923175. So, in order to get that down, we would need a 5. So we're going to take a 5. We're going to bring it down by 2. No? What? I have no idea what the hell we're even looking at here. Okay, so yeah, I have no idea what the hell we're supposed to be doing with this. Like, those instructions are vague at best. Okay. But here we have... so we have the R029513 version that employs the new SR278 gear system. Seems to have fixed most of the problems the previous iteration had. For example, no longer suffers from the overflow problem. Additionally, the new gear system removes the design flaw that caused both the 276 and 277 to get stuck regularly. While the new system allows for the correct combination to be changed relatively easily, it does suffer from a new design flaw that requires that the correct values for the 2 rightmost dials must add up to 11. So the 2 most right ones need to be... So yeah, 29513. Okay, so these 2 need to be... add up to 11. That is a must. So you... All right. So you jump this one up by 2. right. So we've kind of got that right, but we need this first one to be... And this one seems to be at a negative. All right, so you need to be at a 5, which means you would need to be at a 6. Right. Oh, good gods. Okay, is there another hint to this one? Any other hints for that particular machine? All right, you are definitely this one. Okay. Fantastic. All right, chapter 1, the basics. You will go up here to the piano. Let's check and make sure that there isn't anything else here. All right. Doesn't look like it. Okay. We have more bits and bobs here. All right. But that's it as far as this. All right. Let's take a look at the piano here and see what we have. All right, so pianos have keys, some white, some black. Each key denoted by a letter. When you press a key, it makes a sound. Keys are split into octaves. Each octave's lowest note is a C, and the highest is a B. Each octave has a number associated with it. These numbers increase from right to left, with the number at the leftmost being 1. The letter of the key and the number of the octave can be combined to refer to a specific key of the piano. For C3 refers to the C key of the 3rd octave. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 octaves. That's our... okay. So we need to find out what the correct number is And I get the feeling that we're kind of like going from one to the other. I want to take a look at my settings. There we go. Yes. Instant inspect. Okay. All right. Let me take a look at something here, because this is just not... All right. Let's take a look at this here. So... All right. Next... all right. So apparently we're supposed to start with the gramophone. All right, so you have voltage. I know I saw one that was like... I know we had a note that was like, I know we had a note about some voltage. Question is, where did I put it? I know we had one. Did it get lost? Oh, no, there they are. Okay. So, component list for KX, right. Okay. Let's put these where we can see them. All right, and let's see if we can find out what this one is. So we have like a whole bunch of these that have numbers and stuff on them. And I know that there's at least a couple more, like they're fuses or something like that, I think. So let's get all the fuses and stuff together. That's an MK777. All right. And let's read up on this one. So the 2075512 was designed by our engineers for express purpose of testing the compatibility of our various electrical components. To activate the machine, you must simply attach 3 components to it, add together their voltage requirement, and press the button on the front of the machine. For future iterations of this machine, we should prioritize increasing the maximum voltage of the device, as currently it is a major limiting factor. It would be more convenient for us if we could simply test components' compatibilities without having to worry about voltage. Okay, so we have voltage up to 100. So let's figure this out here. So MK777 has a voltage of 50, is non-compatible with an RSV223, and only functions at 100 volt. Okay. Now the PR53 has a voltage of 40, is incompatible with the IS15 and the K11 5UI. Increases total voltage required by 10 units if used with K. Okay, so plus 10 voltage if KU111 is used. IS15 has a voltage of 10. So see, those three would work kind of well. All right, is incompatible with the A5-5, KU111, PR53, K11 5UI, and the JN05K1. All right. Okay, so the TS1000 has a voltage of 50. It's compatible with everything, but cannot be used with the RSV223. RSV223 requires the MK777 as well. So that would require those. So those two, the TS1000 and the MK777, would function with a total voltage of exactly 100. But you can't just use those two together. So AK94, voltage of 94, JN05K1. All right. So now we have the RSV 223, which is a 30 volt. Incompatible with the MK777 and the JN05K1, which says it cannot be used with the TS1000 unless the MK777 is also in use, but it's not compatible with the MK777. So that's just a non-starter. JN05K1 has a voltage of 20, incompatible with the RSV223 and the AK94 and the A5-5. A5-5 has a voltage of 30. Incompatible with IS15, JN05K1, and has to be below 70. All right. Good gods, this is just a mess. This is just a fucking mess. All right. So I think we can knock out the A5-5 because the voltage needs to be, total voltage needs to be below 70. And you can't really have it below 70 with any of these. I mean, you could get a 60, I guess. Okay, so we could do the A5-5, which is 30, plus the K11 5UI. But we would need the IS15, which the IS15 is not compatible with that. So we can knock those two out because the JN is not compatible with the A5-5. So we can't use that for the 20. We can't use the K1, the K11, because that would require us to use the IS15, and the IS15 is incompatible with the K11. KU11 would be 40. Okay, so let's see here. So let's start off with KU11. KU11 gives us 40. Which the KU11 is incompatible with the IS15, so it can't be that. Okay, so 40, 80, 90, and we could go up to 100 if we go with the KU11. KU111 for 40. We could use the RSV for 30. Which would take us up to 70. And we could do another 30. But we don't have another one that's 30. At least not the one that we can use. Because the A5 would take us up over 70. And we can't go over 70. Wrong lighter. Okay, so our 10 can't be used with K11, KU111. So that's no good. Okay, AK94 is 70 volts. So that one could be used with the 10, so to take us up to 80. So we would need a 20, but the 20 there would just not... Okay, so... God, this is just annoying. Hello there, Moon Mage. Welcome. Alright, and K11... But see, K11's incompatible. Okay, so... Alright, so our 10 volt could go with the MK. But then we'd need 30, we'd need it exactly 40. Which is incompatible with that, and yeah. My weekend has been weird. It has been super weird. I will be honest with you. It has been super weird. It has been just, yeah, it's been weird. Yesterday was like, Friday was just an absolute, just completely, my mind shut down. The weather had my mind just completely obliterated. Yeah, it was not fun. Okay, so I'm thinking TS1000, which requires the MK. Hang on a moment here. Let me. I want to. See, the problem is that it's like we're looking at this stuff. Okay, so if we say TS11, which then would require, which requires the MK777, so that would be 100. Not so much the heat, more the pressure change, because we had rain come through. We had all of a sudden it started getting a little bit warmer, and it's going to continue getting warmer. It started getting more humid. It was just all around just a nasty day. Okay, TS1000. Oh, cannot be used with that one unless it's paired with the RSV223. But the RSV223 can't work with the MK777. Okay, so TS1000 would get us 50. So let's see 50. And the JN will work with that one, which would add 20. And there's no complaints between those two. And then for another 20, we could go with the K11, because I don't think there's any... Yeah, there is no but if it's used in conjunction with the JN05K1, it reduces, the total voltage required is reduced by 12, or by 20. So if we say that, and the K11 5UL, there's no problems with that, and that would be 50, 60, 70. All right, so you are the A5, no. You are MK777, no. We wanted the TS1000. And we're gonna try, what was it? It was the K11. K11 5UL. And then we had the JN JN50KL. What? Yes. So if we say set you to what, 50, 60, 70. Okay. Oh, it did open up. Okay. Oh, so now A4E5G5F5, that gives us part of the code for the piano. Okay. So we have part of the notes for the piano. All right. Now for this one is the one that's just like really just annoying as hell. All right. Let's make sure there aren't any more strange machines that we need. All right. Oh, this one is just, yeah. I sometimes the puzzles that they come up with are just annoying as hell, you know? Some cigars, that's nice. All right. So 5, all right. All right. All right. Let's reset everything to 1. So, okay, that's, I think this is where we... Oh, ibuprofen and caffeine didn't even touch my head yesterday. It was just like, it took it down to basically kind of like, I could semi-function, but like, I couldn't even, I couldn't focus on anything. It was that bad. It was horrible. All right, let's see here. So... right. Let's see here. So I'm thinking. All right. All right. Wait, can we reset this? No, we can't. All right. Okay, so all right, so we need you. There, and there. All right, so you would need to be up to 2. 7. This just sucks. All right, what if I take you down to 4, you up to 3? Right. You're almost there. But see, now, in order to affect this first one, all right, so which one is pushing that one to the max? All right, and okay. Oh, good gods. This is just fucking doing my head in. Oh my dear gods. Oh god. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find something that's like kind of a hint or a clue or something. Cause yeah, this is what is the name of this machine again? Or the number of this machine? It is the all right. So we are currently working with the R029 R029513. Okay. Let me see if I can R029513. All right. Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? All right. Is there a reset button or something on here? Like, I don't know. I don't remember where things were. I mean, that's basically trying to tell you, hey, that's just saying enter the code. So we do know that the two rightmost dials must add up to 11. Okay. They have to add up, so these two have to add up to 11. So like 7 and 4, for example. See, the problem is that we've lost number 1 completely. So 5 and 6. Fucking all right. So 7, 4. See, but oh god damn it. Okay. There's gotta be a yeah, I don't get. Okay, so right, 4 globes light up by, okay, that's fine. But that's not... Okay, but I can't reset it. That's the problem. So apparently there is a very specific sequence that you can do that's the shortest solution, but the problem is I don't know what the okay. Hang on a moment here. Let's try this. Let's try return to title screen. And we're going to start just on we're just going to start on chapter 4. Okay, we're just going to say, hey, single player, we're going to start from chapter 4. And we are going to attack this one first. So turn knob number 5 counterclockwise by 3 steps. That one by 2. Number 4 counterclockwise. Okay. And then knob 2 by 5. Okay, there we go. Good God. Like, they could have just said, hey, it needs to be 2, 6, 8, 7, 4. They could have just said that. They could have just done that. It's been like, yeah, that's the one you need. All right. So here is this one. Now, MK477 we do not need. TS1000 we did. We know that. We know that one needs it. Okay. And then we needed, what did we figure out? We needed the TS1000, the JN0JK1. And the K11, I think it was. Yes. You... All right, and... You are an AK-94, you are the IS-15, you are the KU-111. You are the one that we need. Right. And then, see, it would be 90. But it takes 20 volts away, so it's 70. All right. That is the second piece. So now for this, we need this one. All right, and let's see if we can find out what one this is. What machine is that? That is not that one. All right, let's see if we can find the blueprint for that one. It's just a gear. Because there's got to be, there has to be some kind of a clue to that one, right? Aha. Okay, so you are the... All right, so we are now dealing with the R00 or R001324-2. Okay. That at least tells us what one we're dealing with. Now let's see if we can find some notes on that particular one. Okay, right, that's the one that says that was the first machine. The one that needed the last two to add up to 11. Like, I just love the fact that everybody's just like, no, you just spin them this way and this way and this way and this way. It's like, but if you don't have it from the start, then you're kind of fucked. Come on. There are numbers on there. This one is by Jeremy Hardison. Okay. I don't know if maybe there's like some... Okay, you are the note, just the notes on the fuses, basically. You are just the note as far as, hey, they set out some puzzles, some machines. Can I phone a friend? I would like to. All right. So there's just nothing doing here. Okay, so it starts they all start in the out position. Okay. All right, so right, if we can get the first two there. Okay, so we've got that the first two done. We've got the first row done. So if we say you guys, and now we say try and take you guys out. Well, now that that one's set, see, okay, so now that the first one's done, we've got them all locked into that down one row. Okay, so now we can just fiddle with this stuff until we get the bottom ones taken care of, or the next row taken care of. Okay, so these two are the only ones that seem to change the second row. Oh, but now see if we say you back up and now you down, now we've got it down to the second row. All right, so now we can deal with the third row, which needs everything out. That needs everything. Well, okay. Doesn't need everything out. It needs, like, these first two out taken care of. God damn it. I did not want to do that. Okay, which one is going to... Okay, so you are down, you are up. All right. Up. And down. There we go. All right. And that should get us... Oh. Okay, 3856. 3856. Is that the code for this? that was weird. Okay. And you should get us the... Yes. All right. Once I understood what was going on, everything was golden. It was just trying to figure out what the heck, how everything needed to work. Oh, apparently I left a YouTube page open, so it was all of a sudden I was hearing an ad suddenly. All right, so let's figure out what we need to play on the piano. So it's A4, E5, G5, D5, and then it's C5, D5, E5, B5, and then A4, E5, G5, and F5, then E5, C5, D5, and A4. Okay. So now we have the notes and the octaves. So we want 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it starts with the C. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's A. And then E5, G5, D5, and then C5, D5, E5, B5, A4, E5, G5, and F5, and then E5, C5, D5, and A4. Right? Let me make sure that we've got this. So, right. Keys are split into octaves. Each octave's lowest number is C, so it goes from C to B. So C note in the third octave. Let me make sure that I have that right here. So keys are split into octaves. Each octave has a number, but associated with numbers increase from left to right, with the numbers the leftmost octave being 1. Okay, so yeah. All right, so let's see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're into 5. let's make sure that we have that right, that we wrote everything right, down right. AEGD 4555, CDE 555, B4. Okay, I screwed that one up. A4, E5, G5, F5, E5, C5, D5, A4. Okay, so I had a B5 instead of a B4. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so A4, E5, G5, D5, C5, D5, E5, B4, A4, E5, G5, F5, E5, C5, D5, A4. There we go. That's got it. And that gets us our key to the next chapter. Woo! Okay. The end. Dun dun dun. All right. At least we finally got past those frickin' machines. Like, oh my god, that was kind of awful. All right, we have a note. It is very, very small. As it turns out, Lord MK does not use the same code for all of his suitcases. That, of course, made my life a bit more difficult than I had anticipated. Unfortunately, I know him well enough to know that if combination is not his birth year, then it must be something to do with his favorite author. Armed with that knowledge, I have searched through the room hastily. I got the suitcase open quite quickly. I was quite annoyed to find out that the suitcase only contained some sort of weird note with a bunch of numbers that did not make any sense to me. Knowing him, it's probably another code or something. Unfortunately, I had to leave quite quickly and did not have time to figure out that note. Hopefully you will be more successful than I was. Oh, and you closed and locked the... Oh, good gods. And you made a mess out of everything, didn't you? Dear Lord MK, I was indeed successful in confirming your suspicions about the unsigned painting procured for you by Mr. Wraithmore. Despite the year on the painting itself, it is in fact believed to have been painted in 1862 by the infamous novelist J.P. Ironoso. As far as the story goes, he tried his hand at painting to take a break during his break from writing. So 1862. Ordering is everything. It does. One of the passengers does indeed start with an I. So 1901, 1650, 1799, and 1822. Curious. let's get us some fizzy lemonade. And jot down these numbers. So 1901, 1650, 1799, 1822. Pens and inkwells. Concerning the painting missing from the other list, any painting missing from the other list were procured by Alexander Wraithmore and his associates, and thus I decided that it is better if they are kept on a separate list. The first one he procured was Viticus Muchen. The second, let's see here. Ship on an ocean. The second one was Muchen, where river meets sea. Third one was unsigned painting in Lord MK's private cabin. Okay, but 1799 is Max Harvins? Harivins? I don't know. 1650 is Hastig Baska. $1749 was not on the list of numbers. Well, that's locked. These are all locked. Okay. There's one cigar missing. All right. 1782, again, not one of them. 1822. Harvey Crabots? Crabbutt? $1885. We're looking for 1901. 1901 was Viticus Met. Oh, is that what it was? Was men? Well, that looks like where the river meets the sea. All right, so the question is where do we put in that code? has to be somewhere where we can put in a code or put things in a specific order or something. Oh, hello. All right. List of significant paintings in their paintings and their origins. So 1910, right. So like the 16 I guess that is an E rather than a C. I thought that was a C. All right, so those were the dates of acquisition. Okay. So the 1901 we know was the Victus Men, where river meets the sea. Which, according to this one, the first one procured for us was a men's, right, which was unfortunately gotten rid of for a reason. And the second one, okay, so Max Hymerians, Three Peaks, Solitary Peaks. That looks like a solitary peak to me. So, Solitary Peak was procured in 1921. $1650 was the Ocean on Sunset bought. Okay, that one was purchased in 1930. So I still don't know what to do with those once we figure all that out. And then the 1822. Was a crab butt, or craboules. Sorry, craboules. That was purchased in 1912. All right, so we've got all of that information. Now we just need to figure out what to do with said information. Can I pour myself a cup of tea? There is a keyhole there, which is kind of curious. Ah, a suspicious key for a suspicious lock. Uh-huh. Okay. So the order is everything. So 1901 was purchased in we don't know. We don't know. It couldn't be as simple as 19 or 1692, could it? No? Okay, so we know order is everything. So... Okay, so if we... And the last... So the second one... okay, so... Any paintings missing from the other procured were procured by... and thus I decided to dedicate them... Decided it is better if they're kept on a separate list. The first one he procured was the Ship on an Ocean. Second one was... That one. Okay, so... All right, so well, let's take a look here and see. So the ship on a river was number 2. The 1650 was Boss and was done in 1930. Was purchased in 1930, which was number 8. 1799 was the Solitary Peak, which was number 6. And then the Krav Boss was... was 1822 is number 2. So 2862 is what it looks like based on the list. So if we say boom, so we say 2, 8, 6, 2. All right. So that the second one is that one, which we still have, which is fine. Then we have the 1901 is the second one from the second list. All right, 1799 is the Max Haverns. Might be a 5? I'm not sure. Maybe that's a 5. Okay, so it's not 2, it's number 7. So it's 7862 because the AW denotes that it's on another list. Okay, so 7, 8, 6, 2. What? There we go. All right. Ooh, so money and all kinds of... I'm sorry. Why am I picking up a pistol?
Why am I picking up? Am I here to assassinate somebody? I'm sorry. Why was I picking up a pistol? I don't know why I picked up the pistol. I don't know why there was a pistol or that I could pick it up. Oh. You know what? I kind of want to go back to I kind of want to go back to oh, now we're back to the beginning. Back to the tutorial. So I kind of want to go back to chapter 5. I want to see something. I want to see... I want to see if we can shoot that glass. So we only get 2 shots. Right, 1862. Where was that strange... Oh, that's right. It was here behind the books. So it was 7, 8... So we're going to take the key, and we're going to go ahead and unlock the door real quick. But then we're going to come back and we're going to take the gun. Aha! So it is a collectible. And I think that was the big heist, I think this was always just about doing a heist and stealing the gem. Because after I didn't realize that if I clicked, it was going to shoot. And then I took the second shot. I'm just like, oh, and that's it. Okay. And then we're back to the tutorial. And of course, we have a lot of collectibles that we haven't collected. But we did get the big old diamond. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to end for tonight. So... just so that next Saturday we'll start off with First Class Escape 2. Head in the Clouds, I think it is, or something like that. I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that it's Sunday. I keep thinking that it's Saturday. No, it's... Well, I mean, technically, I guess... Well, no, I guess it would be starting off tomorrow, wouldn't it? My brain is still just foggy as hell. Yes, because yesterday, as far as my streaming, I have to remember I start at midnight, so it's technically I'm starting on Saturday, but it's Saturday morning. It's Sunday morning. Saturday night, Sunday morning, because I usually try and start it, like, right before midnight, so I started on Saturday night. Yeah, my head is still just like not even, not working properly. It is not working properly. But anyway, well, you know what? Let's see. We'll go ahead and get a touch started into the next one. And we've still got 15 minutes. Give me just a moment here. Let me get that game started up here. I'm sorry. I told you to. All right. I told you music down to 0, thank you. Ooh, this one actually has, screen space reflections, mesh quality, okay. All right, let's go ahead and start a new game. So I'm guessing we're like on a Zeppelin? Right, pick up with mouse button. Place with the left. Rotate with Q and E. Oh, so we can actually orientate things now. And we can examine them. All right. Well, that's just like dropping us straight on in. I could pry it with some kind of tool. We've been unable to contact our agent aboard the LZ Icarus. We are sending you to investigate what happened. It is our understanding that the luxury airship is just a facade, and in reality, the Iglarian army is using the airship for some sort of military research. Naughty boys. Naughty, naughty boys. According to our sources, the airship will next land in Whelkstone on the 16th. You are to masquerade as one of the stevedores loading the cargo onto the ship. And during the loading process, you are to sneak aboard and hide amongst the cargo until the airship takes off again. Our sources claim that they are planning to empty the airship of all non-essential personnel, so once you are aboard, you should have a relatively easy time sneaking around. Your mission is to figure out what happened to Agent K and V. If they are unable to continue their mission, you are to finish their investigation on the Iglarian military, on what the Iglarian military is researching on the airship. Once you succeed in your task, you are to pass your information to Agent O, who is waiting for you in one of our hideouts in Bizrain Forest. You can find it at the following coordinates. I think we should probably jot down the coordinates. I'm relatively sure that they will, yeah. All right, so 49 degrees, 15 minutes north by 7 degrees, 49 minutes east. I feel like we should burn that. I feel like we should burn that note. Like once we have the information off of it, we should. I really feel like we should burn it. Aha! Crowbar. And a screwdriver. I wanted to. All right, minimum 3 amps.
All right, so power supply going, and then I, which is us, 3 amps goes to in. Goes to the staff quarters security gate. And then through everything else goes to O, which is the A-wing electrical door. Okay, so we need 3 amps to power that door. See, 9 amps, 2 amps, 1 amp. And 1 amp. So now there should, yes, there's power to that door. Okay. So now we have minimum 11 amps. So we would want 9 and 1. So you need 11 amps. You have 3 amps. So you need 3, you need a minimum of 15, and you need 9. So, all right. You have 2. That's all the fuses there. There's no fuses in here. There, yeah, there is a fuse back here. 4. So see, now we've got 9 amps going to H. It is it's Friday, June 7th. Oh, hey, here's the right, A-wing electrical door. So, yeah, we need all of those. I knew it was a mistake to let those Aglarian electricians handle the wiring of our fuse system. The new system was supposed to be set up in such a way as to make sure that even if we blow a fuse or two, everything would remain operational. Instead, those idiots screwed it up, and it's now a pain to even get some of the doors open without swapping some of the fuses around. I should probably go around fixing their mistakes once I get a chance. How to fix a broken heart. No, how to fix a broken hearth. So, wait, what? What the hell day is it? All right. Dear Martha and Bertha, General Wayne instructed me to install the new electrical lock on the security gate to the staff quarters. It is 8765432, Frank.
Alright, so yeah, we've got even more fuses here. Hey, if you're wondering if you are going to keep installing these new security devices, it would be nice if you would let us security officers know about it. Nobody has told us the code to the new key holder, so I installed the key in the A wing inside one of the weird security devices that Frank designed instead. It is the one that is just upstairs. It's better than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not much better, but, you know, it is better. Okay, so A-wing. But something is blocking the doors. Yes, it's called it's called lack of power. Okay, so we can change around those? Oh, okay, so you need... Okay, yeah, you need 2, you need 0, so... So we need 1 more here. Alright, so... Boom. Alright, so we need 3 here. We need another one here. So let's see here. So if we say there, no, we would need... Alright, so we've got everything set up here just fine. Now we need to kind of massage these into place. So like, boom. Alright, so we need to take one from over here and put it over here.
to take one away from here. See, we can't put it there. We can't put one here. Need to take one of these two and bring it down to here. Could say bring you down to there. Oh, wow. Okay. Hang on a moment here. This is absolutely doing my head in. Give me just a moment here. I need to take a real quick break and, like, let my mind unfocus for a minute. So we'll be right back.
Okay. And I'm back. All right. So you would need one there, one there. Okay. What if we bring you up here, you down there? Okay, we've got those. Good, good, good. I'm gonna keep this one over here. Oh, there we go. That's got it open. So that is the key to a wing. All right, so now we just need to deal with the... And let me guess, you're the key to B-wing. Yep. All right, so we need to make sure that everything is powered. Which we can now take these out. No, we can't. Because that will close if we take those out. All right, let's take a look at the diagram real quick. Take a look at this diagram here. So C and H would be fine. So let's see here. So GHEDB would complete the circuit. So let's see here. So let's say E, D, B, G, and F, or H. All right. Let's take a look and see what we have here. So we need, well, A or C. We need G, F, E. Right, so what, we need all of these? I don't have enough fuses. I need more fuses. You guys hiding fuses? Oh wait, here's, okay, so B is fine. And we need either, so we need D. We've got B, we need D. All right. So we need EDB. G and F. Well, let's take a look at E is pretty big. What's A and C need? A needs 5, C needs 5. But that's with a lot, well, a minimum of... We absolutely need B. Well, no, or, I mean, we could do it, I mean, I suppose we could do it with G and H. If we could get G and H. If we could get G and H done. let's see, what, that's 13, so we would need 2. All right, G is done. You give us a 1 amp. I mean, I suppose we could do G, F, and B. Which B needs 6 amps. Okay, so we need the 2. That gets us B. So now with what we've got over here, if we could get G and F going. So that needs a minimum. Okay, so all right, let's take a look at this here real quick. All right, what does D need? D needs 7. Okay, so if we could do E, D, and B. Which D only needs 11. So 4, 5. So you would need 2 more. Oh, but if we say take you here. Let's see here. What were we working on? We were working on E, D, and B. So D and B. So that's E, D, and B, and that should give us access to A. Yep, I think. Yeah. All right. Oh, now we need the key. All right, so we are into A wing. and the security office and stuff like that. But we're going to hold off on that until tomorrow, or later on today, depending on how you view time. Time is not my friend today. It's not been my friend lately. But anyway, yeah, that's where we're going to go ahead and save. So we have one more collectible in the main hall. There's 3 in the staff quarters. They do list where we can, how many collectibles we have, which is kind of nice. But anyway, yeah, that's where we're gonna end for today. But yeah, that gets us a start into the next game. So, as always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, consider prodding that subscribe button. Don't forget, the top link in the description down below will take you to our 4th wall page where we have all kinds of merch like our Outer Worlds inspired tank tops, t-shirts, we have sweatshirts, we have mugs, hats, water bottles, the whole 9 yards. Now, if you want to be kept up to date of when we go live, make sure you can ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below because YouTube isn't great about notifying you guys of when I go live. That's things like our Facebook page, our Twitter account, Tumblr account, Blue Sky account, and most importantly, the permanent invite for the Discord server, where I make sure to notify you guys of when we go live. Still not sure what we're going to be doing at 8 p.m. on the weekends, but like I said, midnight tomorrow, we'll be back with more First Class Escape 2. But all that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!